You okay?
We're keeping that best intro of all time. Hi, welcome to Scrub Mode.
Welcome to Scrub Mode.
Just
my name's
have
Julio.
that as a cold open and then go straight into the theme.
Man.
I'm
Welcome
John.
To Scrub Mode.
I'm here to
I'm
tell you
Julio.
stories of little spooky guys.
I'm Ryan.
Julio. I'm here to edit.
Yeah, Julio's here to edit. I'm Ryan. I'm here to, be a co-host and commentate on the story.
Yeah. Today it's a looser format. We're just kind of chilling.
I do have a script for today, actually.
Here's
Oh,
a
you
story.
do?
Yeah,
Oh, thank God.
that's
Thank
right.
the Lord.
I got 4 spooky little guys to tell you about today.
Oh.
Sweet.
Let's get into it. Our first spooky little guy is the Mimic. What you all know about Mimics? Probably the classic D&D monsters.
Oh man, I know they like.
I know
to,
a bit.
They like to pretend to be stuff.
Perhaps
like,
even a
treasure chests.
$400 gamer chair.
Oh yeah. Not gamer. Office chair.
Office chair.
Which is
Imagine a
even
big
more
office chair.
inconspicuous and dastardly.
Yeah,
You never
all right.
expect it from an office chair.
No,
Never.
it's we were talking about gamer and office chairs that are too expensive off mic right before we started recording.
Yeah.
So this is a monster that is a gooey gray blobby guy that shapeshifts into stuff that adventurers like to touch, and it's super sticky. And once you touch it, you get stuck to it, and then it tries to eat you.
And then it and then it kills you.
Most famously treasure chests, like in the D&D movie, but there's an outhouse miniature for one, which is horrific.
That's pretty
Yeah. They get you when you're most vulnerable.
cool. Evil. Yeah.
So
But
evil.
really cool.
Yeah. You can make a mimic out of anything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
much.
So interestingly, in the first couple editions, they could only turn into stuff made out of stone or wood. Like these guys go back all the way to 1977. Also, in the first editions, they couldn't stand sun or light, which was maybe a way you could be like,
Which is
cast
why they're
light,
only
see
in
if that
dungeons.
office chair freaks out.
Oh, or it's like that one. Oh shoot! I'm trying to remember if it was like the other game named Prey, but there's there was a first-person shooter where like you are stuck in a space station and there's like just essentially a ton of mimics in the space station.
Yeah.
And you have to like not die.
Isn't there like a party game too, where you are essentially a mimic disguised as like a skateboard or a piece of wood or shit, and you have to hide?
I can't remember that one.
I
does sound
occasionally
fun.
get served that, but I have no idea what it's called. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. When they're in their natural forms, they're gooey, blobby guys. They got pseudopods. They try to beat you to death and then dissolve you into acid so they can eat you. Weirdly, in earlier editions, there was a small friendly mimic and a larger killer mimic. And the smaller mimic could be bribed with food, and then he was like a map point. He could tell you about the nearby dungeon.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
kind of cute. I dig that.
Yeah, I think that's nice. That guy goes extinct by later editions, and the mimic we have now is just the killer mimic. Hey Ryan, as we always say, you can bring him back.
That's true. They're never gone. But it's just it'd be kind of fun to see him be more mentioned.
They're already such a gamey ass element, It
Yeah.
makes sense to have him be even more gamey and be a map point.
It's like, hey, they're already your fake treasure chest. So why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not be a beacon of just information? Be where's the nearest tunnel outside?
Exactly. Well, if you give me 4 apples from the far part of the dungeon, or your
I
own
love
right,
those apples.
or you feed me the halfling, I will tell you everything I know.
We'll venture for the apples.
I will draw you a map.
I don't hate the halfling enough yet.
The monster manual also says that mimics were created by wizards to protect themselves from treasure hunters, and then they just like bred and escaped and got out of control. So that's another early example of wizards having no sense of right and wrong, just making all sorts of horrible magical creatures and then forgetting about them.
Wow. I love it.
Classic wizard.
I don't think this
Classic
is.
wizard move, yeah.
I don't think this is text anywhere, but like, this is what wizards do. This is
Yeah.
why people
Yeah.
don't like wizards.
I
They just
guess,
kind of
yeah,
fuck
the-
things up in the
Wizards,
environment.
wizards be fucking up the environment,
Yeah.
and, killing ecosystems,
Doing
and
magical experiments for no fucking reason, just because they're
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah.
Banthar, what have you created today? I have created a spell. What's it called? Deforestation.
What are you gonna do with that spell?
Nah, I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to destroy the local forest because it gives me hay fever.
Brilliant. Does anything happen? Do you transform the material that you hit with it? Nope, it just destroys all the life within.
And you're gonna love this. Usually for a spell that big, there's some pretty expensive components. I just need the blood of a child.
That's it.
That's all.
I
Easy.
boiled it down to a necessity. To one necessity. You think I'd need a whole bunch, right? Like tails of oxes or whatever.
Rare gems, powerful enchantments, but no.
3 pounds of diamond dust. No way. I just need 1 pint of baby blood.
Easy. Procured in any major city.
Kidnapped from any Islam.
Mimics are, for these reasons, really popular in video games because of,
Yeah.
blend
the
in.
element.
So, like, I know there are mimics in Dark Souls. Famously,
Yeah.
like, there's the pot guys that everybody loves.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was gonna say, like, Dark Souls has probably one of the more, like, popular mimics, which
yeah,
is
iconic at this point.
Yeah.
Once you hit them, a big old, like, 8 foot tall, lanky body comes out from the chest.
Which is so funny.
Yeah.
And then it either, like, exorcist crawls at you or is, like, a black belt in Taekwondo.
Didn't know about that second one.
Yeah, they do, like, kung fu on you.
Oh yeah, it's so good in Dark Souls 3. Like in Dark Souls 1, the usual thing they do is that they kind of like lumber around and then grab
and
you
they
and then
kick.
eat you, or they kick you with like a really like goofy like swinging kick. But in
Yeah.
Dark
The
Souls
Chuck
3,
Norris roundhouse, just
that's in Dark Souls 3. They hit you
Hell
with
yeah.
a Chuck Norris roundhouse. If you're too far, they wind up and then they fly at you and hit you with like the back of their heel. It's so funny.
hell yeah.
And it's almost a one-hit kill if you're not armored. It's insane. It was like, how do we differentiate from the past 2 games in which one we had mimics and then in the second one we had no mimics?
Just really make people fucking paranoid or comfortable so the mimics get them either way.
Yeah, there were no
mean, like-
mimics in Dark Souls 2, right?
There was like
There was...
I think there was probably maybe like one, but like from my memory there was no mimics. Instead, they did that. They pulled a whole like fast one on you and it's all like, "Oh, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? This might be a mimic." And then it's like you don't meet one for like hours. I think there is
That's
only
such a
one
Dark Souls
mimic.
ass thing to do.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
You meet one and it's like
That'd be
hours
fun.
later and like that's after you make the mistake of like breaking a wooden treasure chest, because that's what they add in Dark Souls 2. They added the ability of if you attacked a treasure chest for too long, it just broke and anything inside it gets turned into trash. So it's like, "Oh, do you want to attack it or are you just kind of gonna let it like..."
You're gonna risk it.
And I think that's the funniest thing they've ever done.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
Oh,
Let's see. I also think of like Electrode and Amogus from Pokemon as being mimics because
sure.
they pretend to be pick-upable items on the ground and you get close and then they poison you or they explode, you know?
You say Amogus?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big mushroom guy. Is it
Oh,
Amogus?
I don't remember.
Among
It's
Us.
the really Amoongus. God,
Hmm.
Among Us.
I blame autocorrect for changing the spelling from.
Amoongus.
It is Amoonguss.
Is there a Mungus Among Us?
Mm.
I blame autocorrect, but yeah, the big mushroom poke that looks like a Pokeball.
Yeah, I just
It's
looked up the
a
picture. I was like, oh, okay.
horribly ugly Pokemon that's a staple in competitive play because it's just so good as a support.
That's
I
how it
see.
is. That's how it is.
It would be so much better if it didn't have the little chode mouth, but I digress.
Terrible.
Oh man.
Oh man, I remember like picking up. I remember that they did that a lot in. Well, not a lot, but I remember when they. I ran into one in like Pokemon Red, where it's just like, oh, you thought it was an item, but it was an electrode, and it used Explode, and
And
now
then
half of
kills
your
your lead and your
yeah, and
fucking
then now your Pokemon are like half health.
yeah.
Hmm.
What else? In Dungeon Meshi, y'all read or see Dungeon Meshi?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of it. I haven't
I
I
like.
haven't I haven't seen it. No.
the mimics in this are like hermit crab type monsters
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
cool.
that climb into. They don't like shapeshift into stuff, but they climb into
And then
chests
they just like
or
kind of take control.
yeah.
I see. I
And then
see.
a cool. This is sort of what the Dungeon Meshi is all about. Is like the mangaka is like really into speculative zoology. So he's like, how does this work as an ecosystem? So he's added that there is like a parasitic predator that hunts mimics called treasure insects.
Ooh,
And so they go
Hmm.
find the mimics, and then they lay their eggs on the mimics, and their eggs hatch and eat the mimics from the inside out.
hell yeah,
Uh,
classic
and
Hmm.
animal
and then they
kingdom.
live in the chest because they are a big swarm of poisonous, paralyzing insects that look like treasure.
Oh, they look
You
like
know,
coins.
adventurers open the chest and they're like, cool, no mimic, just treasure. You
Yeah,
pick it up, and all of a sudden the treasure starts draining all the blood from your hands, tearing you to pieces because it's a
yeah.
swarm of stinging
All of a
insects.
sudden, the
Wow.
treasure starts biting your hands, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oops."
I
That's
think
awesome.
I
I
think
think
that's
I've
really
seen a picture
cool.
of that. Yeah.
There's also a line about like sometimes they don't bite you, that they get into your stuff, and that's how they get spread to new dungeons, like an infection.
E.
Like
Yeah.
it's two mimics for the price of one here. It's a cool idea. I like it.
I do
That's
like
really cool.
that the way to kill the mimic is another mimic.
Yeah, gotta fight fire with fire, I guess.
I I
Yeah.
think I did see a the panel depicting the treasure
Yeah,
insects, and it's like they look like gold coins, but
yeah,
they had like
exactly.
little insect legs coming out of them. I was like, that's crazy cool.
Yeah, the carapace is just the it's like yeah. Actually, here's a great picture. The carapace is just like it looks like a gold coin or something like that, and then legs come out.
Can you post the picture? Can I
Yeah,
see?
sure. If this will stop fighting with me. I hate
No,
FanWiki
fight
so
with him
much.
more. Mm-mm.
No,
Really struggle.
Oh man, it didn't work.
it didn't work. I'm just gonna delete that. It's actually weirdly a link to my, but it's a coin with like wings and legs on the underside. You know,
Okay. What are they called
Let's see
again?
if I can.
uh, coin bugs or treasure insects.
Coin bugs.
Yeah,
There you go. That's like the
Treasure
underside, so you can see it's got its six legs and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then the carapace opens up and it's got wings and stuff like a normal beetle.
Right.
they just look like coins, which is
Yeah,
in like
or like
it's
here's
so
a
cool.
related like a pearl centipede.
Oh, I
Pretends to
see.
be a pearl necklace. There's like gemstone ones too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's fun. I like that.
I mean, the guy made like a legitimately really interesting book or interesting manga about
yeah.
like uh D&D, but what if the party's leader was just really interested in eating the animals?
Yeah, what if to save money on or space and money on resources, he just started eating the creatures in the dungeon?
Yeah. He was just like, "Man, what if I just like didn't go back for resources and just ate
It's a very gamey, very cool idea. Or it's like
Yeah.
gamey but not gamey. Cause it's like, well, in games you don't have to worry about that stuff, but in the real world, if you're gonna spend a week exploring a dungeon, you anyway, it's cool. I do have to admit defeat here. I could not find anything in lore and culture that is a thing that pretends to be like a treasure chest or stuff like that. It's just such a gamey idea.
Hmm.
I mean, I can think of like snapping turtles, I guess.
Yeah, there's like snapping turtles. I mean that maybe that's what I should have done. Is there's a lot of stuff that do like the rattlesnake that has a fake spider on the end of its tail.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
mentioned snapping turtles. They have a tongue that pretends to be a worm. Like all these ways to lure animals in. It's,
Hmm.
Yeah.
um, but in lieu of that, what's your best mimic trick? Like where are you sticking a mimic? What is it?
Hmm. I guess something so tantalizing, and maybe like some kind of awesome magic weapon or
Yeah,
something. Magic weapon mimic, like a staff or something. That'd be really funny.
I had an adventure where the whole house was a mimic.
Oh, that's a good one.
That I wrote for what's it called?
That's
Where it's like, or the whole tavern where you come in and you're like, smells kind of weird in here. Huh? All the furniture is sticky. How about you, Ryan? You got a mimic trick that you're thinking about using or you've seen used?
um. Well, what would be a fun one? I mean, I guess the most normal one would be like, oh, this unassuming bed. Yeah.
A bed's an interesting one. I'm thinking of the
Unassuming.
Stephen King story where the bed eats people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically, yeah.
I was thinking of the Nightmare on Elm Street death where Freddy pulls him into the bed.
What's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Yeah.
He pulls him into the bed, and then like a fountain of blood comes out.
Way more blood, famously, than a person would have inside of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
My favorite kill in the entire movie is at the very end where somebody's mom gets dragged through a tiny window in a door. It's
Oh.
very clearly a styrofoam mannequin or something. But oh,
But
it's
it's
so
just,
funny.
yeah, it's just so goofy
Oh,
looking.
good.
I mean, hey, they had to make do with what they had.
House that Freddy built is New Line Cinema. Like it was so successful, they would go on to do Lord of the Rings, like we were just talking about.
That's all it takes.
Man.
It takes
Yeah.
one styrofoam mannequin,
Yeah,
which probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be made of styrofoam anymore today.
yeah.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest. That shit
Yep.
burns the atmosphere.
Any other thoughts on mimics, or should I move to our next weird little guy?
What's the next weird
Oh,
little
a
guy?
closet mimic would be pretty
Oh, that's
good.
a good idea.
Closet mimic.
This is the Nothic, which is again a monster that I've never used, I've never played against, but seems unlike the Modrons. I can see the use. So this is a little scary demon guy, a little aberration with one big burning eye.
How do you spell them?
Nothic.
And
Again, I do not blame you.
the Nothic.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah, I do not blame you for not knowing what the heck this guy is because uh,
Evil demon.
yeah. I mean, it is
One-eyed
medium
demon.
sized, but they give off the vibe of being weird little guys to me.
They look pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the design. Again, unlike the Modrons, they can make your body rot by looking at you, which is like a cool fluff and flavoring for otherwise an ability that's just like save or suck, take a bunch of necrotic damage.
Good old rotting gaze.
Yeah, they love secrets. They're obsessed with secrets, and their other cool ability is like, if they make eye contact with you, you got to do a insight versus deception check, or they like wrench one secret from you.
No.
So like I think that gives me the basis is like some evil sorcerer has a Nothic as their interrogator or something, or is sending out Nothic spies to steal secrets so that they can, you know,
Blackmail people.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really it. These guys only first show up in third edition. Like they don't have unlike the Mimic. There's not a huge history to them. I think they're neat.
And the
Maybe I'll have
Nothic.
to find a case to use one. Like again, the blackmail plot seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Just
Be pretty cool.
just redo the whole Psycho Mantis fight. You like to play
All right,
Castlevania.
Metal Gear mentioned. Go ahead, check that off on your scrub mode bingo.
Got
Yeah.
him. It doesn't happen often, but you
I can
know.
see that you have a Constitution score of
12. I see you have a save file.
Looks like your other character was a wizard.
Mm.
Spell slots too complicated for you? Is that why you're playing a fighter now? I actually, I'm not sure how you do it, but I like that Psycho Mantis idea.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the Psycho Mantis fight was very cool. You had to put your controller in the second controller slot because he
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
control that slot.
Famously, you had to have it was in the manual somewhere, but I had my friend's older brother eventually told us how to do it.
Mm.
That's crazy.
A lot of secrets were spread between the the box, the manual, and like the game, which was very cool.
I thought you were going to say like the older brother network
Mm, that too,
because
but
lots of games I'm an eldest brother, but lots of games I was playing with my friends that we got stuck, and older brother would tell us a secret.
mhm, that's
Yeah.
true. But I mean, like, I think Metal Gear Solid really, really kind of went the distance with like the mind trickery
Yes,
in like how information was spread out in the game.
yeah,
I mean, I love the fact that in order to contact a specific character, you had to look at one of the images on the back of the jewel case, and there was the call sign input.
yeah. I again like everyone sucks off Hideo Kojima, okay, but like
Yeah.
he really is an auteur. Some
Yeah.
really creative thinking here, you know.
Yeah.
Some really immersive, creative, fourth wall breaking stuff, especially for
Yeah.
the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it freaked out a few people.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, famously, right? Like the whole point was to feel like
You
you're
weren't
getting
in.
probed by a psychic. He's breaking the
Yeah,
fourth wall. He's not talking to Snake. He's talking to you.
he's in your mind.
He's making fun of your love for Castlevania.
No, it was my save of
That's
Castlevania, man.
I'm actually
Please.
surprised we don't mention Castlevania more on the show, considering the
Yeah,
topic.
there's
considering
a good.
like what it's about.
I really like the Netflix show.
Yeah, the show's good.
The
I'm
show's
not so
pretty dope.
hot on the new version of it, but that's a discussion for a different time.
I'll have to actually watch it.
There's
That'd
like
be
a
They
new
start to do
version.
something very interesting by comparing colonialism to vampirism.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the French, it's set like during the French Revolution, and a lot of the French aristocrats are vampires, and some of the most interesting characters are Haitians who are vampire hunters, and like Haitians, obviously, like one of the first successful revolutions against a colonial power. Like it starts saying some really, really interesting stuff, and then it's like, but you want to see a sexy vampire girl, right? You care about this milquetoast guy who's like
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I'm here for uh the homosexual vampire couple. Well, it's just Alucard and I forgot who else, but them
yeah.
being in a relationship. And I was like,
They also
what a
try to say
twist.
something interesting about Sekhmet, but like I wouldn't. Anyway, we can't. We just did a Mummy episode. We can't go back to Egyptian gods. Um. So yeah. So I have my creature that I guess I'm hoping you don't draw a lot of inspiration from here, but I have another little guy who loves secrets and has one big burning eye and creeps and crawls around in the dark. As our counterpoint here. Have you guys ever heard of a Popo Bawa?
A woohoo.
Obawa.
A Popo
I've,
Bawa.
I've not heard of this.
So this is a little bat demon or perhaps jinn or other evil spirit from Zanzibar folklore. The
Hmm.
name literally means Batwing, which makes him sound like one of a character from Batman International.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
these
I see
guys
a picture.
are shapeshifters. They sneak into your home at night and do paranormal stuff. They have that classic paranormal scent, fragrance of sulfur.
Classic.
And I'm going to stop bearing the lead here. Their most famous trick is I'm going to try to be respectful here. Is they like to break into your house and sexually assault your butt.
Not my butt.
Yeah, your butt.
No.
And then they like to tell, and then they tell you, "Hey, you got to tell everyone you know that you got, or I'm going to come back and do it again."
Oh,
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, isn't
that
that
is fucked
terrible?
up.
That's fucked up shit, man.
That's
Uh,
horrible.
and so there have been a few Popobawa panics where, because the Popobawa is a shapeshifter, people have, you know, blame blamed people coming home late or blaming people with mental illness walking down the street at night on being a Popobawa and like
Jeez.
lynch them. It's pretty dark. I'm gonna bring
It's
it up before the
crazy.
end of the episode, but yeah.
That's
That's
rough.
terrible.
And it's not that old. The first sightings of this creature go back to 1965 on the Isle of Pemba,
Whoa.
and that is also sort of like the start of a pattern. Is like sightings of Popobawa in Zanzibar and Tanzania, where it's mostly seen, always spike like right before revolutions or with the election cycle.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So they think it's like sort of a stress response.
Interesting.
That-
Where like I
They
mean
just
like hey,
show up.
we're Americans, we just got through probably the most frightening election cycle of my lifetime until the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
I understand, you know, like we had our own like in 2016 we had the weird clown flap with that election cycle.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Like I get what's going on here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, right.
Um and this creature eventually picked up, much like a comic book character, eventually picked up an origin story, but it happened years
Oh.
after it got popular.
Hmm.
Allegedly, at some time in the 1970s, an angry sheikh released a jinn, an evil jinn, to take vengeance on his neighbors, and like what the crime was varies from story to story. Sometimes it's like stupid neighbor shit, like he won't clean up his apples or his trash cans. Sometimes it's something much more serious, like stealing of land or stuff like that, or belongings.
Mhm.
Either way, classic, you know, the sheikh lost control of the jinn, and he went on to go do demonic stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Kind of like wizardry.
Yeah. What do we know about wizards?
No one likes them.
No one likes them.
Hmm.
No sense of right and wrong.
No sense of right and wrong.
Honestly, that is a pretty extreme response to being like,
I don't
"Hey,
know. I think that's more
clean
of a
up your
Warlockian
apples,
thing.
dog."
Yes, I have to say I would not summon a poltergeist cum sexual assault demon
Yeah,
for any sort of land neighborly disputes. I feel like there's got to be a better way.
Yeah.
like I feel like he should have like thought about that a little longer. Where he's like, I'm tired of this trash that's all around your yard and it's getting into my yard and I've told you multiple times, like, instead of calling the local law enforcement or something, what if I just summon the booty demon?
Booty demon, yeah.
Like, what if I did that to you? And then he's just like, oops, I've lost all control of this dude.
Yeah.
And
I
now
mean, obviously the
he's
demon gets
lost.
him in some of these stories because, you know, that's the Faustian thing is you think you got control of the demon and the demon's like, psych,
Psych,
Yeah.
your booty's mine.
your booty's mine.
Yeah.
That's still terrible.
There's a bunch of like interesting literature too that I only had time to skim from like academic circles where like uh how do I say this? Zanzibar is like one of the most colonized places on earth. Like the Arabs colonized it, the Portuguese did it, the Indians did it, the Chinese did it, the Britons did it, the Persians did it, other African countries did it. Like it has had so many people come and conquer it.
Hmm.
And a lot of those people used it as a slavery port. So there's
Oh,
like some ideas that, like maybe this idea of a creature using your body and like shaming you in a horrible way is like sort of an articulate, a safe way to talk about like slavery,
Mm.
because now you're not blaming it on someone. You're talking about like, oh, this, this
This
mythical monster
demon,
did this to my family, you know?
this monster, who may or may not own a large, like shipping
Plantation.
boat and plantation
Yeah.
that comes and goes at the port and picks up tons of people.
And then Joe Nickel, who's like a really good investigator and just recently died,
Oh,
he's pointed out that like the Popo Bawa like butt stuff shows up right around the same time we get butt stuff and alien abduction stories. So maybe it was just like in the air or a cultural response.
just some kind
Maybe.
of weird synergizing of energies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, not to be Jack Valayan, right? But like one person's alien is another person's demon is another person's fairy. Like the stories are all
Right.
pretty similar.
Yeah.
And like
Right.
aside from the butt stuff and the poltergeist stuff, all the Popo Bawa stuff is like night hag stuff, like from our hag stuff, like sitting on your chest, stealing your breath.
Uh,
Classic sleep paralysis stuff. So maybe it's just through this cultural lens that is how it's being interpreted as this horny demon.
this horribly horny demon.
Yeah, really terribly.
You just
So
can't get over it. That butt stuff.
Yeah.
and this person has I haven't looked into the beef enough to know who is right here, but a doctor by the name of Katrina Daly Thompson from the University of Wisconsin Center for African Cultural Studies. She's beefing with Joe Nickel. I don't know why. Their theories seem pretty compatible. But her research on the Popobawas posits it as a kind of like a folk devil. So that like because this is a place that is very very Islamic and very patriarchal and has a history like a recent history of like fundamentalist religious leaders getting more and more power. So like maybe this demon, if you are caught doing the nasty with somebody of the same sex, maybe this is a safe way where you can be like, it's not my fault. Don't
He was a
stone me.
demon.
It was a demon. Wasn't me.
Mm.
It was a demonic shapeshifter. So maybe it's like a cultural safety valve.
Mm.
I did not do that
I see.
willingly. A demon showed up.
Yeah, that's a way that you can like because you're not allowed to be queer in these societies. So like maybe it's a way that you can, if you were caught doing queer stuff, you can safely be like shapeshifter wasn't me.
Where is this? Zanzibar, you said?
Zanzibar, yeah,
Wow.
an area I know very little about, but I'm following the research.
They're
I
just
see.
like, guys, aliens.
All right, I'm gonna bring the mood up a little bit though. Do you
Hmm.
guys know what the Secret Saturdays is?
That
The
is a
Secret
television
Saturdays?
show. It was a
That is
cartoon.
correct. A Cartoon Network show.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was about a family that were like a team of like cryptozoologists that like
Exactly.
went around the world and are kind of like they want to they're like preservation focused. Like we need to keep the cryptozoology safe and
Apparently, they have like a Svengoolie type nemesis too. So like, whoever pitched this was like really into the shit we're into, but I missed it somehow when it was airing.
I mean, it was a pretty cool show. But it
Well,
was like going up against like Teen Titans.
and it's also like this is like the late 2000s, so it's also the era where like Cartoon Network was killing all of their action cartoons,
Yeah,
like
slowly.
Thundercats and stuff like that, Young
Yeah.
Justice, and the comedy stuff was having a huge boom, like Adventure Time. No harm, obviously. I love Adventure
No,
Time
of course not.
and
Yeah.
Hold on.
regular show and stuff.
Yeah. Adventure Time regular show were amazing.
The Secret Saturdays aired in 2008. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much around the time where like they were making that tonal shift to more comedy shows. But like, yeah, I mean, it was a mixture of that and the fact that it had to go up against like other shows that were getting really big, like
Yeah,
Ben 10, and then like the
I
already
I mean
big
like
shows like Teen
Ben 10's not
Titans.
for me, but like Man of Action is a legendary team, and like it's clearly
Yeah.
they've remade it so many times. It's a colossus in the industry. You know?
I think it's kind of insane that they remade Ben 10 like 4, 6 times.
Yeah, in a decade or whatever, in a couple
Yeah.
decades.
I was like, what? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
To me, it kind of felt like the whole situation in Toonami where they were showing like the different Tenchi Muyo series, but then each one had like a different fucking universe vibe to it.
I don't
Like, have
remember
you noticed
this.
that? So, like,
No.
you remember Tenchi Muyo, though,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So,
I don't think it'll surprise anyone if we all say we used to be huge,
yeah,
Toonami people.
Yeah.
huge Toonami fan.
Introduced me to
But
Yeah.
anime. We talked about we did a whole episode for Akira Toriyama when he
yeah,
Yeah.
died. Like obviously,
it was a huge impact for most of our childhoods.
Yeah.
But like, Tenchi Muyo had like about 4 or 5 series that like showed up on Toonami, and it was like the one that we consider in America like the original one, which is where they're all in like his him they live with him and his dad in like their mountain shrine home, and
Yeah.
they have to deal with like aliens. um, and then there was the one where it was like Tenchi Universe, Tenchi Muyo Universe, where it's like he lives in Tokyo and
Okay.
he's like a university student.
I must have
And
mushed these all together in one show in my head.
yeah,
That's
and
something,
like that
yeah.
was a completely different vibe because like yeah, they're still aliens and whatever, but like they all know each other on different terms. Like it wasn't the same story. And then there
That's
was like Tenchi
weird.
in Tokyo. Um, I know. I think Tenchi in Tokyo is is where he goes to Tokyo U at the time, and then Tenchi Universe. I think that's like it takes place mostly in space, and it like kind of more closely follows like the space cops. Um, Mihoshi and Kione. And then they had like they had Tenchi Muyo, but it had like 2 exclamation points, and that was a completely
That's
different
so
like
confusing.
yeah. So like it felt like that whenever I saw Ben 10 show up, and it was like Ben 10. What was it like
Secrets of the
Ultimax,
Omnitrix. I can't
Omniverse?
remember them
Yeah,
all.
it's like
Omniverse.
secret. Yeah, and it's just like what's going on? It's like it's the same thing, but now it's like he's older, and then now it's the same thing, but it's like young Ben again.
I'm sort of shocked they haven't done that pitch. Sorry, we're so way off. I can't believe we went from the demon that fondles butts
Yeah,
to here.
to,
But
to where
I
we are
can't believe
now.
they haven't done that pitch of like, adult Ben 10 because they've done the kid version like 5 times
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
and the
mean
teen version once.
they did have like the side episode where
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
hold
I'm
on.
saying like that seemed like maybe that was a test thing that didn't do well. I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe.
you know why all the action shows die? Because it's hard to maintain a plot in the way that Cartoon Network was releasing them, and also they didn't sell enough toys.
Yeah.
And guess what they've made a toy of?
They make a toy
They made a
of.
toy of the Popo Bawa.
Oh no. Oh no.
So there's some controversy here, and that it showed up at a few WalMarts
Uh-huh.
for one day, and then they were quickly pulled.
Ooh.
We still don't know why, but I think at this point we can guess why maybe Cartoon Network was like, maybe don't make a toy of that, because if people Google this, they're gonna get some weird stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but apparently, like infamously, all the toys, you have the back of the box, right, where it's like collect everything in the line, and all the other toys had a green sticker placed over the Popa Bawa, so that you weren't supposed to know there was a Popa Bawa out
you
there.
can't see him.
But apparently, a few lucky people. I'm gonna go to eBay. Let's do another eBay
Lucky
adventure
or
real quick.
unlucky?
Yeah, let's go to eBay.
Popo, shit, get out of here, eBay. I don't want to fucking link my account. Oh, they made this toy. I couldn't find it on eBay in my our quick little off mic eBay hunt there. Uh, cest, but apparently it is. At the time of checking, it was worth in this Skeptical Inquirer article. It was worth like $1,300.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
because it was
that's.
that rare.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but that's what I got for the Popabawa. You got any thoughts you feel comfortable sharing?
I don't know. I mean, A lot of these little
Uh, up,
succubi seem to appear
Yeah.
up
in
the butt stuff rate by like two.
all right, incubus, an incubus
Yeah.
type of demon, I guess.
Yeah.
I get those kind of vibes.
Yeah, you're I mean, yeah, Joe Nichols said as much. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Butt stuff induces fatigue.
I was going to say like please nobody lift the butt stuff. Unless your table's into that and it's like a kink table, in which case you do whatever you want, but you got to
Do
make sure
whatever you
everyone's on
want.
board.
Do whatever you
Everyone's gotta
want.
be on board.
Yes, yeah, we haven't talked about table etiquette, but I think we all have at least one horror story, you
My
know?
safe word is pineapple.
No. Don't forget it midway.
I All right, bringing the mood back up. Bringing the mood back up. Since I couldn't find a monster
Secret Saturdays.
for the mimic, I have a classic for you that is a less weird but still maybe a less sexual but very weird little guy. Another little night crawler.
Oh, Nightcrawler,
Okay.
eh?
Yeah, have you guys ever heard of the Dover Demon?
Dover Demon.
The Dover Demon.
This guy is sort of like a B minus or a C tier cryptid. It's only shown up a few times, but it's a little spooky guy, and it was seen by a lot of witnesses who are pretty consistent. And I have pictures.
It looks like the Rake.
Oh,
Yeah,
Reminds me of the Rake.
the Rake.
Remember the Rake?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the Rake.
I feel like the Rake is extinct now. Nobody talks about the Rake anymore. He's past his
No,
prime.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Well, I haven't. Are we still all in on flesh gates? Are we still in the purging the Native American mythology stage of creepypasta, or is there a new cat on the scene?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
All right. Well, here.
I mean, like, I think the last major impact of like a creepypasta creature, at least in like my,
it's back rooms now, right? Like that's where we're at.
is that a creepypasta monster?
No, but there's stuff in the back rooms, right? Like there's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, there's creatures in the back rooms, but like most of them are just kind of like
Yeah, there's no other than like
I hate-
the static man or the squiggle man. There's like no
I-
face.
yeah, like I hate to say it like that, but it's like it's very like Gen Z horror. I hate to
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it that way, but it's just like generally uninteresting monsters.
Yeah.
Apart from like maybe like the analog hardware creature that's like made up of like a metallic skeleton and wrapped in like like cords.
I don't
like
know this one, but
auxiliary
that's pretty
cords.
cool.
I
I'm
mean
into
that
that.
one is pretty cool like concept wise, but then like the most you get out of it is like there's a shapeshifter that would look like you, and then when it gets too close it'll like turn into its monster form and kill you.
Well, I
and
should
then,
have brought
like-
that shit up for the mimic.
And then like their concept of it, like that another concept of like scary for them is like a floating face with a big toothy grin. And
Well, horror's like comedy, right? It's very subjective.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
but
There's-
like even then I don't think it's I don't even think they're afraid of it. I think it's more like, oh, this is like a Roblox thing.
there is. I'm not the guy to do it. Maybe if I had enough time and money to go back to school to get like a real folklore degree rather than just like a little minor. But like, I think there's something really interesting. There is interesting shit to be written about and studied in the back rooms and how the generation that has never had to work in an office building and due to the pandemic is probably never going to
Experience.
yeah is probably only ever going to work service jobs is the industry is the one where like what if you were in the back rooms of your service industry job and you just no clipped a very video gamey term
Yeah.
into you know what I mean, like it's a very that concept probably couldn't have existed 10 years ago and definitely wouldn't have existed 20 years ago.
True. I
Anyway.
mean, like the idea. I mean, like even using the phrase of like no clipping,
Yeah, that's
which is
exactly
like
what I mean, which is
yeah,
like I know
which is
that's
very
like
much like a Gmod
Yes!
like situation.
Yeah.
It's just like
much like Skibbity Toilet, it's now completely divorced from its Gmod context though. Like they just
yeah, like it's become its own thing. again, I remember the day when like I started seeing people like first post about it and like kind of build upon like the concept.
Yeah,
But it's just like, yeah, that's like the backrooms is falling into a dimension, like a space that
yeah,
is very eerily similar to the concepts of like a mundane room and office to us, and then it just expands
yeah.
forever. um,
I don't know. There's again
which
something interesting to be explored there for sure.
Yeah.
true. There is. I mean, like the initial concept is indeed very interesting. I find
Well,
it.
it's like SCP, right? Another internet thing where the initial
Yeah,
concept is really interesting, and then like it's sort of as too many people
it
add onto it,
balloons
it sort of loses its flavor and bleeds context until it's like,
until it becomes just another.
yeah,
But I mean, like again, if you want to um, if you want to really just kind of look into the initial concept of the backrooms, it's like you can glean some pretty interesting
oh, I
I
think it
guess
absolutely has value as a horror property. Like,
Yeah.
societal
like
Yeah.
like insight.
Yeah.
um yeah,
so
I
I.
mean it's cool.
I'm really not the person to do this because I can't stand Scott Caulfield, but I similarly Five Nights at Freddy's is very
It's another one of those things, yeah.
I think a lot of these people have never seen animatronics because they were gone. They started being taken out when we were kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
long gone.
I remember not seeing a single one at a Chuck E. Cheese that I once went to.
I don't find myself at Chuck E. Cheese very often these days.
Again, I
I,
only found myself at a Chuck E. Cheese once.
we used to go there for birthdays a few times back in the day, but like back in the day, I clearly mean 30 years ago. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were like single digit ages.
Exactly. Not turns out that well, you know what? This is going to be a stupid millennial bomb. We were just talking about stupid Gen Z and Gen Alpha bombs, but like, nah. You only went to Chuck E. Cheese if you couldn't do DZ Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so
That shit
right.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Discovery Zone was the best.
Discovery Zone was freaking amazing.
I fucking love that
How come there's
place.
no
I
backrooms for
beg.
DZ Discovery Zone, man, with its giant
Yeah.
blue pyramid and
I
its
could
spider
imagine.
webs?
I could imagine that going on for infinity. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
I
felt
mean,
like it.
like,
Yeah.
again, like talking about, bring
I
up the
think
back
it's
rooms again. It's interesting because it's just like it's now become this amalgamation of just like how many like deeply nostalgic places can you kind of tie in together to be like this to like continue to infinitely expand the infinitely expanding
yeah.
space of the back rooms. Because like now they've gone into like crazy into crazy expansion of just like it's not just the office, the yellow office space with like the fluorescence. Now there's floors to it where there's the DZ Discovery Zone space where it's like just an ever expanding jungle gym, kids jungle gym that like goes into like ball pits and slides and cargo net
Yeah.
climbs. And then like there's another space of like an infinitely vertical mall.
Yeah.
Like just a lot of that. And it's like I mean like some of this stuff gets pretty like exhaustive.
Yeah.
But I think I think just the original offices could have just been expanded on a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Instead of just people immediately being like there's an elevator that takes you to an 80s style mall that's like infinitely expanding diagonally up and down.
All right. All right. Let's wrap up with the Dover Demon.
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh but yeah, I don't know. I think you're 100% right. Anyway, it is the 70s.
Hmm.
It is April 21st, and Bill Bartlett and two of his friends were driving home that night, just outside of Dover, Massachusetts. Pause for bad Boston accents.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Ka.
Uh, as they were driving past a low hill next to a forest, they saw something weird.
Oh.
They
Classic.
yeah, they saw a spooky little 4 foot tall humanoid. Its head was way too big for its body. It had no mouth, no nose, just two giant black eyes that, when the headlights fell on them, reflected orange.
Ooh.
The skin was rough looking and had a peachy color, and it had extra long fingers that Bartlett noted like sort of flowed and melded around the rocks.
Ew.
Yeah, so here's Bartlett's drawing. I think it's pretty spooky. I'm a fan.
When you said it, I was all like, "You mean the Greys?"
Yeah, it is very gray alien esque.
Yeah.
What do you make of that picture?
Pretty spooky. I
It's
don't
like a
know.
gray
I
alien
kind
on
of
its
like it.
hands and knees. But yeah,
Yeah.
no mouth, no nose.
I
No
like
mouth,
his
no
drawing.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of adorable in this
The
drawing state. I'm
uh
sure that if I saw it in real life, I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
yeah, that's
Yeah.
horrifying to see in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It would be genuinely disturbing to like run into that in the dark forest, but
Yeah.
like as it's doodled here, it's a little adorable.
Yeah.
So unlike most people from Massachusetts I know, they didn't immediately get out of their car and beat it with sticks. They just
Oh, of
ran
course.
away.
Right, right, right.
Honestly, kind of the smart move. So.
Yeah. You don't know. It could be psychic. You don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't know. It might probe your mind and steal your secrets. Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's another one.
Yeah. So a few hours later, on the other side of Dover, 15-year-old John Baxter was walking home from his girlfriend's house when he noticed a humanoid figure approaching him in the darkness. So like it is dark. It's not very well lit. It's fall, or I guess it's spring, but it's New England, so it feels like fall to us.
Mhm.
It's wet and it's dark, and he is spooked, but he just assumes it's another person.
Oh, okay.
At one point, in some stories, says he thinks it's his friend M.G. Bouchard who lives nearby.
Gee.
So he
Bouchard.
calls out to his buddy, and the creature, stops. Like it freezes, like
Hmm.
it's a
Oh,
stick insect, like it's pretending, you know, not to move at
I'm
all.
not a bug.
Yeah. So he stopped, like waiting for it to respond or start moving again.
Uh,
He's sort of like hoping it'll come into the streetlight. But it like as he starts to approach it, it fucking freaks out and sprints back into the woods.
Hmm.
oh.
So
And
Baxter
as
chases
that moment, he realized that was not Mushad.
No, no, he's much more of a Massachusetts guy. He goes chasing
Oh, I
after
see.
it. Why he doesn't
Ah.
know. He's just
Instead, he
sprint.
was like, "Hey, Mushad, where you go?" Full sprint, as much as a Massachusetts guy can do.
Yeah, in the fucking dark, wet woods.
Wow.
I'm sure
So
he got pretty far.
he's following the sound of like snapping twigs in the darkness. He can only see bits and pieces of it as it runs through like dappled patches of the moon. This is very cinematic and very spooky.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah, great
finally starts to get
descriptors.
close to it, and it comes to a clearing, and he says that he's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." Uh, the moon comes out from behind the clouds and illuminates a bulbous, huge head with big black eyes. He says they faintly glowed green, but it had no mouth, no nose, like same description as Bartlett gave. In the moment, he says that like he could see it holding onto a tree to support itself, and he's like, "That ain't my friend. I fucked up," and he sprints away. He's like, "I can't believe I chased a. What if this was just a murder or somebody? I just chased a
Yeah.
dude into the woods.
Yeah.
And now you're
I'm
alone.
15.
Yeah.
My question is like what, like, either A, Mushad is like 4 feet tall and he just did like
Well, they are
he couldn't
15.
make the connection. But like most 15-year-olds at least are like 5'3" or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they can't stay 4'5" forever.
Yeah.
But it's just like unless you have dwarfism. But uh like, at what point were you just like, maybe this isn't my best friend? Who, like, why would he have me running through the woods
Yeah,
after him like
at what
this?
point during the sprint? I don't. It's a very teenage boy move, right?
I
Right?
guess, yeah.
All right, I've posted the picture, which I think is scarier because it's just the silhouette.
Right.
Oh, that's Max spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that.
the back sketch is Max Spooky.
Is this is John Baxter's sketch?
Yeah, this is our second witness to draw a sketch, but technically the fourth witness.
I see.
I don't know. I guess there's
Yeah,
not much you
very
can make out of
spooky.
that one, but spooky.
Spooky, yeah.
Eyes glow faintly. Silhouette. Thanks. Not like I didn't know what a silhouette was, but yeah. Spelt wrong, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, he's a 15-year-old kid in the 70s. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
His
do?
feet and hands molded to the tree and rocks.
That comes up in this one and the last one, and it's weird that they keep saying that. Like, it's
Yeah.
not curling around them; it's molding to fit them.
They
I don't know
mold.
what to make of it.
Hmm.
Anyway,
like clearly it's doing some gross ass shit with its
Yeah.
digits.
yeah,
It's just like ugh.
Yeah.
Every wrinkle and divot in that rock is just like it's outlined by its fingers
Yeah.
and toes.
Yeah.
Not a sight I want to see.
anyway, he sprints out of there, and then because it is the 70s, hitchhikes home.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
It probably helped
As
that he
you
was
do.
like a terrified 15-year-old, and it's a small town, so it was probably somebody
Yeah.
who knew him. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the pickup truck driving by is like, "Hey, John Baxter, what are
John
you
Baxter, what's going on? I heard you at your girlfriend's
what are you
house
doing out
tonight.
in the woods? It's 12:30 in the morning.
Sorry, I'm sorry to everybody from
You
Massachusetts.
got school in the morning. Get in the car.
We're going to Harvard Yard.
Come on, John Baxter, get in the car.
Julio, we fucking kill Julio. It's just like rubbing his temples.
What are you doing out here? I was following Mushad.
I thought it was Bouchard, but it's actually like I don't know, a demon or something.
I don't know, but his feet molded to the rocks. Molded to the rocks?
It does make me think of that. Maybe I'll throw it in the show notes. But have you seen that video of the two fishermen from Boston finding a sunfish and just like freaking out because they've never seen a sunfish before? I'll find it.
Yeah, send it to me.
We're seeing shit we ain't never seen before. Holy shit! It's great.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so we have a third witness. This is 15-year-old Abby Brabham,
No, okay.
who was
I think you did your best with that last name.
yeah, she was in the car with her 18-year-old boyfriend. Yikes.
Mm.
It's
Yikes.
The
They were-
70s.
the 70s, but still yikes.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
were
agree.
having one of those drives. They're driving home from a party, and they were completely silent because they were having a fight.
Hmm.
Oh, of course.
When they too saw a spindly little creature with a bulbous head and huge black eyes clamber over a wall and then stand upright, balancing against a tree.
Oh.
Unlike everybody else, they didn't chase it down nor drive away, but they slid the car to a stop and, put it in its headlights where they're like, yep, eyes reflected green. They got spooked and drove off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
I'll
going to.
never get mad at you again.
This is a sign from the Lord.
A sign from the Lord that we should get married.
This is maybe my favorite sketch. I can't wait for you two to see this.
I'm so sorry for getting mad at you. Mad at you. Yeah. That's an awesome drawing.
I look so good. I kind of wanted this a tattoo.
That's so good.
Like
I don't know about that.
What does that say at the top? A little what?
a little
little
lighter
lighter
tan.
Oh, okay.
So that's referring to
Green.
the color of the head.
A tannish color. That's funny.
This looks
I
like the
love it.
autism creature to me so much. Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. That's a
It's so
great
good.
drawing.
It's so good.
Wow.
This will be in the show notes.
Yeah.
But specifically, the only website it was really hard to find Brabham's drawing. Like the two better ones are everywhere. So
Yeah.
I want to say like a thank you to Sentinel Hill Press because this is the only place I found that has actually Brett Kramer. Thank you, who's actually collected all three of the drawings in the same place. Uh,
That's great.
so it's fantastic. But yeah, like click on that link. Yeah, this is a farce. No offense to Miss Brabham, this is a pretty big step below the artistic ability of the other two kids.
Yeah.
It's very funny that it ends on this one.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
look. She was just in a fight. I'm sure she couldn't get her artistic ability
Yeah,
together.
it's better than what I could have done. I'll tell you that. I'm no
Yeah.
artist. But like it is so funny.
I love it though.
Wow.
So like the like little stinger on this one is like the cops questioned the kids and they were all interrogated before school, so they didn't have a chance to swap stories.
hmm
Um, the kids like these reports also came in just like a few hours after each other, and none of these kids were like small town, so like I don't know if I buy this, but allegedly none of these kids like knew each other. So this
Oh,
like
come
probably
on.
wasn't collusion is the argument.
Hmm. Interesting.
And also like if you plot out where the sightings happened, it looks like the creatures spent essentially 26 hours moving straight through Dover, you know, like moving from the deep woods to the swamp.
Wow.
Which like again, that very good link has so that dude just plotted it out on a map. It's pretty here. I'll it's pretty
I
cool
mean,
to see.
he was making a journey. You
Yeah,
know,
he was on an unexpected journey.
Yeah.
So
the
for
little
you
guy was just
guys,
like, I gotta go to the swamp.
for your edification, the one on the left is the first sighting, and the one on the right is the last sighting.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a pretty clear straight line of just something slowly moving towards Dover and towards the swamps out of the like the Sheerborn forest.
Hmm.
So maybe it was something. I've heard arguments that it was like a baby moose or something, and also kids lie, kids make shit up. These were kids, you know, at parties and stuff like that. Could
But
be a
then,
monkey,
why
but
would they
it's
all come
My
up with
dogs are
the
barking.
same?
yeah,
Why
they
would they all
saw
come
it.
up with the same idea? It was just
Oh man.
like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
like to think I would like to err on the side of whimsy and be like they all ran into the same little guy that
yeah.
was
There's
like,
not really a good, compelling explanation, which like doesn't mean there isn't a prosaic explanation, but it's like
no,
I like the fun of being like, hey man, all the sightings. Obviously, if you put any three dots on a map, you could draw a line, but like, kind of cool if they're all in a straight line.
I
right?
Kind of
guess.
interesting. Certainly
Kind of
implies
interesting that
movement.
it had like it had a path that it was making that it was moving on.
I guess.
Um,
And it looks cool too. And again, the drawings are spookier, and then funny as fuck, which really
yeah,
helps.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
I think it kind of balances out like the believability,
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
if you can call it that. You know, it balances out like the because it's just like, oh, we have like this kind of like we have this pretty detailed sketch, has features, kind of like the texture of what the creature is,
yeah.
and then we have this second sketch, which is like what they experienced at the time,
Well,
which
like
is
it's much more detail. Like even though he can't see the eyes, like he's drawn parts of the background and stuff like that. Like it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
like the level of effort that goes into like the shading on the rocks in the Baxter drawing and like the bark of the tree is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
and then it comes down to, oh, this was like a couple that was in a fight, and then they saw this thing, and like this is the best that they could interpret.
yeah,
Yeah.
So like it kind of helps with like building the folklore of the little Dover demon
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Wow.
just wanted some delicious swamp water.
Oh
Don't
man.
hate him.
Don't hate him. Don't hate the Dover demon.
We like the Dover Demon, I think.
Yeah.
I think, would we have a grade for this guy?
He didn't
I'm
do.
saying this, he's getting invited to my party, the Popobawa's not.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Dover Demon, he seems chill. I think yeah, he's invited to the barbecue.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you, John.
Thank you guys for sitting through 4 ghastly creatures, some of them more ghastly than others.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them in particular, incredibly ghastly.
One of them should be on a list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
one of them was
Yeah.
he most likely got on the list.
I'm
Probably.
not talking about the index of the monster manual, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nah,
I couldn't find the stats for it too, but apparently there is a Popobawa in Pathfinder. So I
that's
if
funny.
I had a little more time, I'd be like, how'd you choose? How did you, the rules writer, choose to interpret this guy? Did the butt stuff make it in?
Yeah, but we just call it 2d8 piercing damage.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Leo.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jesse Sanders. Thank you, the listener.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse
Yeah.
Sanders, for making the music. Thank you, listener, for being here. This is a fun one. We'll see y'all next time. Donate if
Yeah.
you can. We'd appreciate it. Rate us highly.
Got the
We'll
Redbubble.
shout you out. Check out our Redbubble. Yeah, check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Yeah.